Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays.
Rebel soul child got a fist ball, I'm a respawn of ancestors, and I'm blessed, They gon' knock him, tell him fess up, I get check stub, hella carefree, nothing scares me, hella reckless, yeah, I got next up, right, now we not the same, cause see when I look in your iris, you likely to talk but not ready to ride, you do better keeping it quiet, my pen is ignited, my soul is enlightened, I like who I am, but I'm biased, the palette is right, and my drip is a fountain, I'm not like these regular guys, all of that talk is misguided, she like the way I make the tape print, but the way I make the words play is grim. I'm the reaper reaching for the kill switch, the label cut the check like the blazesman. Something sparking where his brain is. The beat is somewhere where they prayers in. Geronimo, the way I make the bass jump when no parachute is tasted.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode of Throwing Hands. My boy Josh. How you doing, boy? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm just chilling like a villain beating up Krillin. How about you?
That's how we're gonna start off. Huh? You already into the intro, huh?
Yeah, no, just call me Not So Slim Shady.
Right?
Nah.
Man,
But how were you this
weekend,
weekend, man? Oh yeah,
Good,
bro. Did
man.
you see the card?
Did I? Oh, it was good, man. I went to the Cardinals game, so I missed a little bit of the middle portion, but I saw everything that I needed to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, for real, bro. And I'll tell you one thing, without diving too much detail, because we want to save some of the conversation. You want to know the first thing that was popping in my head after the main event ending? Snoop Dogg yelling, "O'Malley! O'Malley!"
No, man, it was a fantastic card. Aljamain, I'll give it to him. He took it like a champ, though.
Yeah,
he took it on his chin. Didn't complain one bit. You know, stand up dude. He's been the whole time. He's been the whole time. You know, everybody's been giving him flack for the way he won the title. But honestly, ever since he's won the title, man, he's been a stand up dude.
Yeah. I've had kind of like mixed feelings at times on like how he's carried himself throughout him reigning, but you know, at the same time, you beat Henry Cejudo, you beat Peter Yan in the rematch. I forget who else he fought. Well, yeah, he fought TJ Dillashaw as well. So it's like you gotta give respect where it's due. Yeah.
I mean, regardless, bro, the game is about fighting, and when you have an opponent in front of you, it's very hard to be nice.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And everybody was on his ass. Everybody was on his ass. The fans, Dana, his opponents. So I mean, I respect the dude. I definitely do.
Yeah.
You know, he handled it like a gangster. Speaking of which, we got a guest tonight. You know, so why don't you go ahead and introduce him?
Oh yeah, and hey, let me tell you something. This guy is a gangster that'll clip you with more shots fired than 50 Cent looking to get rich or die trying. Cause he be a lion in the cage as he cracks you with shots built like a mace, leaving his opponents deranged and insane in the brain. He'll sever your spinal cord and show you the horror in store, then put you on the floor. Fuck with the bullet, you catch the horns. He comes with malice as he snipes every weapon in your arsenal, making the bully beat down personal. Ladies and gentlemen, you about to find out what makes him tick, as he's the one and only Greg the Gangsta Smith. What's going on, brother?
What's going down? How you guys doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. About yourself, man?
Good. Glad to have you finally on, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We was waiting. Definitely. It was a good pre-fight interview. The last time we saw you, you know, you gave me some behind the scenes interaction. You know, you let me know it was gonna be definitely a knockout, and
Right.
went in there and definitely did that. You know, so it was definitely exciting. I'm glad to have you on. I waited, so good to see you, man.
Once again, man, this is a blessing, you know, to have this opportunity for you guys.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. And you know we gotta give you a proper intro too. So we gotta do right for you.
Right,
Like,
right. So what's been going on? What's catching up? What was it? May? Was it May? The last one?
hey,
It was April? Okay.
Yeah. So been a little bit. We got anything brewing coming up?
I'm hoping to be on this next card in October. Hopefully, man. I've been working a lot, so like the training hasn't really been there, but I'm back in there now. So, and I'm full force with it. So like, hey, I'm ready to go. I don't, say, I don't think I turn down is the street I live on. So whoever they bring to me, I'm accepting it as long as my
Nice.
coach approves of it. We gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So tell us some more about your background because right now you've had two amateur fights so far. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So what got you started in the sport?
Honestly, man, it's funny. My buddy just took me to the gym one day. Was like, hey, I got some jiu-jitsu. You want to fight out? And one thing led to another, and I just fell in love. And jiu-jitsu just took my heart, man. So ever since then, it's just been a go, go, go. And I've always wanted to fight in the cage. So I was like, that's the next step. And it's like dreams coming true. You know what I mean? You got as
Yeah.
long as you conquer.
Right.
Yeah.
So you went to the gym, jiu-jitsu. What was it about jiu-jitsu that kind of like just right off the bat that was just something you just dove into?
Well, it's grappling, man. Like it was just like how the connection was with the grappling. Like it was just like chess, man, not checkers, you know. So it was just like I fell in love with it, like choking somebody out, armbarring somebody, just pretty much just owning somebody, man. It was more about the power trip, I guess you could say, almost kind of. And
Yeah. And it's like,
Mind
especially with
game.
jujitsu.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
The mind game. And then, it's like you're at a constant 100 with trying to get to the right positions, getting submissions. So it's definitely more aggressive and more skilled. So that's why I like about it, especially.
Right, right. And positions, position to submission. And you see me, man. I'm a ground and pound dude, so I just want to get in that position and just beat you. And then I take it, but I'd rather just beat you. Honestly.
So
Yeah.
going back to that last one in April, you had a lot of emotion going into the fight, and a lot exerted in the ring that night, or the octagon that night too. Give me a little bit about what was building up, what was coming into that fight. How was the camp leading into that one? Because you were determined not only to get out of there with a victory, but put a stamp on it.
Well, yeah, man. Like that whole camp, man. Honestly, like I was Austin Warrens and Enrique Barsanas, man. Like I let them know, like everything we finna do here, I'm finna do it in the cage, man. Like it's gonna go down. There's no hoping. There's no nothing. It's gonna happen. I was determined, and I told myself, and I believed in myself, and I believed in them and what they showed me, man. Like, so I was determined to win. No ifs, ands, buts about it. That first loss, man, it hit me hard. So I refused to lose ever again, honestly. And I told them that, and they believe in me, and I believe in them. So with that being said, man, the camp was smooth. Honestly, man, it was real smooth. Like the weight coat, it's always a hard thing, but other than
Yeah.
that, it was. But what really brought it out was when my son told me that homie was talking about he was gonna finish me and all this and that. So once he took it that far, it became personal. Like you're gonna finish me in my city? That shit ain't happening.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
thing that's like it's the love-hate relationship of the sport because I mean, as much as you try to say it's business when you step in that cage, it's personal no matter what because you're pouring your heart out into this sport. You're pouring out your blood, sweat, and tears into your craft to have your hand raised in that glory. And any time at all when they say they're gonna go for that finish or whatever, it just kicks that fire.
Right.
Right. I was like, this is your first time in the circus, man. This ain't mine. This is the rodeo. We gonna ride this mother. And you see how I
Yep.
was on his ass. I wasn't
Yeah,
giving
fuck
him
with
no
the bull,
break.
you catch the horns.
And all that came from
At
honestly
what
from Enrique, man. He does that little 1, 2, 3 and just take your ass down.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah,
That was
Enrique,
that was
man,
from
he
the wrist
that
riding.
card was definitely you guys put a lot into that card from the jump, man. Enrique,
Both.
you, that ruthless aggression, man. You guys really put it in that night. Was it like that through the camp, through the whole camp with you guys? Were you guys uh, was that the same thing that was going on
Yeah,
inside the
it was.
gym?
They was pushing me. I was pushing him. Austin was pushing us. It was like pretty much either fucking man up or get the fuck out type of thing. Like this, it's going down. Like nobody's losing no more. This shit's done. We're just coming out here with W's, man, and this is real. Like we're hungry, man. We're hungry, and everybody's gonna see that,
Yeah,
man. Like we're fucking.
yeah.
Hmm.
No, we
Yeah.
definitely see that out there at Bakers, man. We've had Enrique on a few times. We've had Austin on a few times, and now you as well. And you know, besides today in the interview, we've talked to you multiple times as well. And you guys all have that fire burning in you, and that's one thing that your opponents know as well. When they see that Baker's MMA and they see the guy on the other side, they know that you guys are coming.
Yeah, bro. We got some dogs, man. You know, we got some dogs, and when we go in that cage, we're letting everything out. That's all blood, sweat, and tears and heart, man. And we're letting it all out right there. You're gonna have to put us in a body bag. If you want to finish us, you're gonna have to put us in a body bag.
Yeah. Yeah. And I see too, you guys do a lot of cross training, I think, over at Legion. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
So,
They got good fighters there too. I love it. Good.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I think they got. I know they have Zarina. They have Ali Muhammad. Did you incorporate any training with them at all in preparation for your last fight?
We did some sparring rounds. Like we go over there on the weekends and spar on Saturdays.
Oh, okay, nice, nice.
It was pretty. It
Nice.
was good. I like it, man. They got, like I said, they got some good people to spar with. And then Z, she's a beast. Ali, he's a beast. So they got some animals over there too, man.
They really do. Speaking of Z, I was gonna ask a little bit about your take on where we stand in Arizona as Arizona MMA right now. I mean, we just got the title, the bantamweight title back over on our turf. We got fighters like Zarina popping up that are doing their thing right now. She's on her way to a title opportunity in UFL. Um, we got Austin that's doing his thing. He's traveling through LFA. He's doing, we got Marcus McGee that just made his way back in or made his way up into UFC. Uh, Batista out of MMA Lab just made his way up. I think he's 2-0 now over there as well. So how do you think, sitting right now, where's the state of Arizona MMA?
Honestly, man, we're I feel like we're up there. Honestly, we're coming up, and we're about to hit the MMA world like hard right now. Like people are gonna see what Arizona's really about. We got dogs out here, and
Mhm.
everybody's about to wake everybody the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy how big of the community is here and just how dominant it's becoming because we're seeing guys left and right, like yourself, Austin, Enrique, everybody else in both the amateur and the rising pro level. Like it's honestly, it's phenomenal to sit here and to watch like the whole next generation grow.
Right, right, absolutely, man. Like I said, man, people on Arizona, they're gonna see the lives. They're gonna see like people don't realize how many people come from out of state to train in Arizona.
Hmm.
right,
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Are you born and
They're gonna
raised
know
here in
now.
Arizona?
Born and raised, man. Born and raised.
Nice, nice. You especially represent too whenever you're fighting in your hometown.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why all these OT motherfuckers. You think you finna come here and get a victory? You better pray, because I'm telling you right now, it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy.
No, that's
Yeah.
definitely one thing that I love whenever you do step in the ring. The two times I have seen, just like last time, man, you had it loaded in there, loaded. So tell me a little bit about how it feels. Especially this last one to have your fam, your friends, your fans sitting there, and as loud as they were, because you guys took the arena over when Mr. Gangsta stepped out.
Yeah, man. Hey, honestly, like, man, I love my family, man. They everything to me. My friends are everything to me. Like the ones that I do have, the people that were there that night, they're special to me. Like they support me very much, man. And like I said, when it comes down to this and the support, they're 10 toes down, man. And it's always gonna be like that, exciting. The atmosphere's gonna go crazy. Like you guys see how they work. They're gonna want to fight too, damn near shit. Like fuck it, let's all be like get
No,
active.
for sure. If they
Love it,
could
man.
have, they would have hopped up in there definitely, man. They would bringing the energy for sure. It looks
Right,
like one
right.
of them's in the comments right now for you.
Yeah, yeah. That's my brother Paul, man. He's my number one supporter, man. Like he's sticking thin with this shit, man. Like shout out to the Little Foundation. That's hey man, dude. He's 10 toes down for me. There's a lot of people that are 10 toes down for me that I would like to give a shout out to the little pretty little lady, her, man, Austin, Enrique, all them Baker. Like man, they got my back to the T, man, and I'm 10 toes down for them too. So it goes back and forth. Like I love the family at Baker's. I love my family,
Mm.
and like I said, when we together, we gonna shut shit down, man. Everybody's gonna know who the fuck we are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, like we always talk about back and forth that, at the end of the day, when you step in the cage, all there is you, your opponent, and the referee. But also at the same time, the sport is so heavily community orientated. How much does that mean to you as a fighter, knowing that even if you step in the cage alone, you have this whole community right behind you to back you up?
Honestly, it means a lot, whether I win or lose, because it's like, man, there's still people out there who believe in me, and they're looking forward to like seeing me what I can accomplish in life, and how successful I'm gonna be. So that it does mean a lot to me, and I don't take it for granted at all.
Yeah. I mean, going back a little bit to when we were talking about the state of Arizona MMA, I mean, and you were talking, you guys got some dogs over there at Baker's, and then bouncing over to Legion, and doing some cross training there with they got some dogs in under that roof as well. And then, you know, people who don't know, the rough circuit is that list is deep.
Yeah, that
Um,
shit goes, man. That shit goes hard, man. I like it. I
you
like
know
it.
what I
It's,
mean?
it's,
So
it's
how does that make you feel knowing that, you're sharing an octagon with guys that are above the bar? A lot of you guys are above the bar, and seeing them make that jump from that same octagon that you're in to the UFCs, to the Bellators, to the other bigger promotions. How does that make you feel knowing that you're up there and you're battling the best of the best every single night and it's
honestly,
translating?
I like it a lot because I'm the type of dude I want the smoke. I'm gonna chase the smoke. I want all that, so I can prove to people like, dang, no matter what, as long as you believe in yourself and like you got that dream, if you believe, you're gonna achieve and you're gonna conquer everything. So everything that's
Hmm.
in my destroy. And like I said, and
Yeah,
if they're the best, glad to be a part of that, man. Because that's not only gonna make me the best. You know what I mean? So if I'm fighting the best, I'm gonna be the best.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I always tell people, if you feel you have the capacity for greatness, then do it. Don't let anything hold you back.
Exactly. And that's how I feel. And like I know there's some
right.
right now in rough, man. And like I said, that's what I want. I want those dog fights. I want those fights. And I'm willing to
N-
go to battle, put my heart out for that. And to show everybody like, hey, this guy's exciting to watch.
Right.
Nice. Nice. And so when you're in the cage fighting, do you always have the mindset that you're trying to go for that first round finish in any way you can, or do you like to kind of have more of that time in the cage just to demonstrate your skills and put on that show?
Honestly, whatever comes to mind. Like I said, however, so if I can get you in the first round, I'm gonna do it. And I think that's every fighter. You know what I'm saying? We can finish you in the first round. That's what it is. And
Yeah.
no, call it a day. So everybody, so I'm gonna agree with that. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather have the first round, but can I? I can go the distance. Yes.
Yeah.
When we, so I can go the distance,
Yeah.
but
I
everybody
mean,
wants.
everybody wants that flagship, wants that, that big ooh but however you come out with that W, I'm sure it's gonna be just as good.
But
Now
do I
I do see,
skills? Yes, I do want to display my skills and let everybody know what SKG is all about and Baker's MMA is all about.
see it.
Nice.
It looks like you got your one of your kids in here rooting you on.
Yeah, my
You said your
she's
kids fight too.
yeah, that's my daughter. She's my son Benito, my oldest son Chubbs. Yeah, so yeah, they fight too. They want to be all up in this. So one day they'll probably be on here. I'm pretty sure that they will, and you'll be seeing them in rough. Get about another 10 years, they'll be there.
Nice.
Nice.
You said your
How do
oldest
you
son's name's
feel?
Chubbs. That's what I call my son. That's funny. Yeah. But I
Yeah,
was gonna ask, my bad, Josh, real quick.
Oh no, you're good.
How does that feel? I mean, going into there, putting in the work in the gym, them knowing where you're at, what you're doing, like all the long hours you're putting in, and then them being able to come in and see it pay off for you. How do you know that, or how does it make you feel that they're looking directly up to you and being able to watch these steps that you're taking to your success?
man, I love it. Honestly, like I said, they train at Baker's too. All my kids, all of them, they all try to have 4 kids. Evangeline too, she trains there too every now and again. She's more girly girl, but like it's a blessing, man. Honestly, that my kids love this sport. So for them to see me do this and then they like go tell their friends and everything, it's a blessing and I love it. So I like it a lot. Like I said, my daughters, my sons, they all do it too, and they can't wait to fight too. So it's like watching them compete. It's like, man, it's awesome. I'm pretty sure they feel the same way when they watch me fight.
Yeah.
So I love it a lot.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Austin in the chat over there dropping comments.
Yeah, and I love that too with your kids because like I always talk about it, it's like this sport is it's purely the nature of stoicism of putting in that sacrifice, that hard work in order to have that greater sense of glory and that honor. And I think it's such a valuable trait to help instill into your kids too because it teaches them what hard work and dedication, all that, what that could provide for you and the opportunities in the future.
Right. Absolutely. I agree on that.
So how long now have you been going at this?
Honestly, I've been going for a while, man. Like off and on though, but like consistently, I've been doing it for like 2 years now, consistently, and like
Okay.
really focusing on it and dialed in. And like now, right now in my life, my father just passed away, so like I'm really dialed in now. Like I'm dialed in. Like it's it's gonna be scary for people, man. And I'm not trying to like talk shit and like put smoke up anybody's ass, nothing. But whoever gets in that case with me, man, it's gonna be a fight for their life.
My
Mhm.
So
condolences
I
to
got
you.
out right now.
Um, so I mean, so now you're 2 years in. You know, what can you say has not only changed for you, obviously, with your skill set and what you're doing with the fighting game, but what for you in your life? How has this,
Yeah,
affected who
cut
you
out.
are? Say that again.
Say that again. You cut out. I couldn't hear you.
I said, now that you're 2 years in, obviously, what has it affected us skill wise, but how has this affected your life? How has it helped you as a person, because this really takes over, especially when you go all in the way you're in. How has it changed who you are and what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Honestly, man, this made me. I feel it's made me a better person, man. Like I've always been a humble person, but I think it's made me more humble. So like I feel like it's made me a better person, and like to be honest, like I said, I feel like I'm accomplishing more in life right now than I have in a long time. So it's bringing more out of me, and it's building my confidence up. Like, and I'm pretty much finding out who I really am. I've always wanted to do this, so now me putting like 110% in this, like everything's going good for me right now. I can honestly say that. Like things are moving slowly, but patience is a virtue.
Exactly. Exactly. And how do you feel like the take on MMA has gone so far over the last 30 years from it back then being just always looked at as like a blood sport, but now, like you said for yourself, like it's bringing out almost like the best in you and it's made you more humble and it's brought more life and passion and joy to you.
It's like therapy, man. Mixed martial arts is like therapy. Like I don't like. There's no other way that I feel like you could describe this like therapy. The only thing
Mhm.
you could think about is what you're gonna do to that person or how to survive. You
Yep.
know,
Yeah, that's what I love about training because it's like any problems you have going on in the background, as soon as you step on that mat and you hear that timer goes off, now you only have one objective: submit,
Exactly.
dominate, and defend.
Your mind is clear, and that's what I love about it. You have a clear mind and you're focused,
Mhm.
and it's healthy. I really feel it's healthy, man. Like I recommend it to a lot of people.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
it's
it's not.
violent therapy.
No,
Yeah,
yeah. And, and then once you incorporate, like you have, family, um, friends, and everything else into it, it just really
yeah,
zooms
man.
everything in
My
for you.
my kids do it, and I'm trying to get all my family members into it, man. And they say they will, but we're still waiting. We'll see what happens though, because
Mm,
everybody says they'll do it, but they don't realize once you do it and you fall in love, you're like, dang, man, this I should have been doing this shit.
Mhm. Mhm. It
In
gives you a
time,
greater high.
yeah.
Yeah,
So um, have you done any Virginia Jiu-Jitsu tournaments
yeah,
outside of
not
out
like
there?
first started doing jujitsu. I did Naga, and I took on gold. I did an open division in my weight, and I won two gold
Nice.
medals. So I was real proud about that, man. That
And
was
for those out there that have never been to a jiu-jitsu tournament, but have most have seen MMA, how was that? How was that experience going in there, and then coming away with a gold for the first time?
it was honestly because it was my first tournament, man. It was awesome because a lot of people doubted me and was like, you're probably gonna get fucked up, this and that. And I was just like, all right, man, that's just more fuel to the fire for me, man. Like you want to doubt me? I love proving people wrong.
Mhm.
That's like that. I love it, man. You know what I mean? So that just pushed me even more. And when I got in there, I did what I had to do, and I came out with gold. But the cage is different because you're getting punched in the face. You're punching people in the face from it's just straight grappling. So it's like, all right, I'm not gonna get punched in the face, so this is gonna be cake.
Would you would you ever try the slapping jujitsu where it's like you could strike but with open palms?
Yeah, man, but I got a mean backhand too.
Speaking of slapping. So how do you feel about the slap offs?
Say that again.
I said, so how do you feel about the slap? What's the UFC slapping?
Yeah, that slap league or whatever.
That shit is crazy, man. That shit, crazy. I ain't gonna lie, like seeing those motherfuckers get slapped like that. That's like, man, I ain't gonna lie, you can slap me like that.
I said the same thing. I said
Close
the
fist
same.
off rib.
And then if you move slightly, they get to slap you again. The slap didn't count. Like I'm like,
Yeah, see, yeah. I'm more if you slap me, I'm gonna take off on your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Hey
you
man.
see too, some of those guys, like his one guy's face was ballooned up. That was like
Oh
wild.
Yeah, man, the fucking eardrums rubbed and shit. Like fuck
Hmm.
that.
yeah, I don't know about that one.
Good
Hey
enough
Dana,
for me.
people signing up. It's getting popular. I've seen some crazy knockouts though. I've seen some
Yeah, those
crazy
shit-
knockouts.
it is intense. Like I don't knock it. Don't get me wrong. I don't knock it. It's just it ain't for me.
No, for
Okay.
sure. So, couple questions for you. Um, growing up, obviously we all seen what the sport has evolved into now, coming from where it was. Who kind of growing up kind of influenced you to even look this way and look in this direction? Who are your role models in the industry?
Honestly, it was Vitor Belfort, man. And when he fucking fought Tank in that little tournament they had, I seen it on VHS, man. VHS.
That's
Hey.
back.
When I seen that, man, I was like, this shit is sick.
Vitor's an animal too, bro. Like the way he took out Bisping. Like I remember too when he fought John Jones, he got so close to just snapping his arm. Like he was a force to be reckoned with, bro.
Man, his
Belfort in his prime was
hands,
something else. You said what?
hands were fast, man. He just
Mm.
just man.
They were
Yeah.
fast with power. That was
Yeah.
the
Like
problem.
Exactly.
Like when he fought Vanderlei Silva, like just seconds in the first round, boom, bully rushes him, pins him against the cage, and that was a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mandalay was a
I was
beast
real
too.
fond of him, man. Like growing up, before all that, heard about all that fucking steroid shit. But even though, you know what I mean, he was still a beast.
Hey,
Yeah.
back then, I don't know who was and who wasn't. A lot of
Right.
them probably were, especially in the Pride days.
Like you look at Alistair Overeem, for example, then versus now, like this is crazy.
Why you had to pick over even?
Hey, he's a prime example. You see how
Uh,
scrawny it is now? It's like holy shit.
For real.
yeah, easy
But yeah,
epitome.
man, that shit was awesome, bro. Watching that, my brother put me on that too on UFC, man. He was like, watch this tape. You think you know how to fight? And I seen that shit and I was like, I'm about to know how to fight. I'm about to really know how to fuck some shit up.
That was like the cliche introduction back then too. Oh, you think you had a fight? Watch this. That was
Yeah.
definitely the cliche introduction.
Yeah.
So, so who would you say your fighting style most resembles?
I don't know because we haven't really, got that further. I need a couple more fights to let you know that, man. I think we can really talk about that. I'm only 2 fights in, but as of right now, I resemble myself.
I like that.
Hey, I like that. I like that. That's a good answer.
I like that.
Nice. Nice. And so for, like leading in towards the end of 2023 and then 2024, what's kind of your ambitions and goals for like what you're wanting to see in your progression over the next couple years? Like, are you looking to get an amateur title belt here sometime soon? Maybe after a few fights, go ahead and make that transition to pro.
Well, I want to get a couple more fights. I do want that belt. I do want that amateur title belt. I do want that. And then after I get that, then we'll talk about going pro. I'll discuss that with my coaches and see where they sit and see how they feel about me going pro. But I do want a couple more fights before anything.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody in the division that you kind of look at like I would want to fight him?
Honestly, to be real with you, I would like to fight Parra again, man. I would like to run that back. No disrespect or nothing, but I
Yeah,
would like to run that back. Like I want that back. You know what I'm saying? I
you gotta
Yeah.
want
have a
to
chance to use the
fight.
magic marker, right?
I know the dude can fight, so I want it to be a fight this time. Don't get me wrong. I like the grappling, I like all that, but let's make it a fight this time. Let's make it a real fight because I know we can put it on the show for each, for the fans. We can put it on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's part of that instinct with every fighter. It's like whenever you see just like even just one loss on your record, it gets that fire to where you want to get that redemption back, and it builds the story arc too.
Right. That's what they said, man. So like that that loss really put a damper on me, but I moved on from it, and that's why I came out the way I did on my second fight, and I'm just gonna continue coming forward, man. Like I'm just gonna get better and better, and I can
Yeah.
guarantee.
You think that added a little bit more fuel? It
Oh, that
happened so soon.
yeah, I am absolutely. To be honest with you, I was hurt about it, but then I got over that shit. Was like, you know what? I'm happy it happened now than later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially man. I mean, we talk about this a lot. Dog eat dog sport, man. It's such a hard sport to survive in. And like you look at boxing, for instance, coming up, you look at fighters' records. They have 10 losses. They might have 15 losses, and that's not something that's unheard of. MMA is one of those sports where people beat themselves up over a loss a lot more than most sports. So it's really good to be able to hear fighters say, "No, I've been able to slot that past me. I've used it as fuel. I went back to the drawing board and fixed what I thought was causing those issues and move forward."
Right. Absolutely, man. Like I
You
said,
know,
it was with that loss. Like I refused to let the fuck with my mental and everything. I was like, I'm determined. Like I was determined.
Mm.
And I told everybody, I said, I'm gonna win my next fight. And I told everybody, and I did. I was determined, and I'm still determined. Like I'm determined to be the amateur champ, man. I'm determined for all this, man. So I know it's gonna happen.
Nice, nice. And currently, you're fighting at the bantamweight division, right? That's 135,
No, 125. That's what that
125.
was catch weight. It was 130.
Oh, okay. Okay. And do you see yourself kind of sticking in that weight class for a while, or do you also kind of want to experiment and see what other
I would
classes you could kind of dabble in?
I would like to experiment 135. You know what I mean? But I want to
Okay.
get this five down. Then we'll talk about the 135.
How'd you
Yeah.
feel at 130?
At 130, honestly, I felt good at 130. It wasn't bad at all. And it was like I said, it was way easier than the 125 weight. I can tell you that for sure.
Right.
Yeah, those
So,
weight cuts are brutal.
man.
Oh man,
So
it
what?
was
So let's see. The last two. Do you have a go-to meal after a weight cut?
a go-to meal, man. From my last weight cut, I went to Angry Crab right after, man. I got me some gumbo, some shrimp, some pork. Yeah, I got
I ain't
down.
mad at that one.
Yeah,
Got
gotta
me a
get in those
bullet.
omega threes.
Yeah, so whatever. Honestly, whatever I'm craving, whatever I'm craving, because I love food. So it's like whatever's I'm craving during fight camp, I'm pretty much gonna eat after that weigh-ins and everything, man. I'm gonna eat. So
Hmm.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the best, you know.
Exactly. And too, it's like how do you feel like going through the weight cut process? Because like how fighters always explain, the first part of your body that gets dehydrated is your brain, and then the type of fatigue that it builds. So like how was your I'm trying to find the right word, durability, and just your mindset going through cutting through that last portion of the weight cut?
It was good because like I was focused. I had Austin and Enrique with me, man, and like we were just pushing each other through it. So it was good, and like I said, we were determined for something. So and we accomplished what we were determined for. So with that being said, it was good, man. Like it was my mindset was determined, focused, and I was ready for battle.
Nice. 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 And so, a question I want to ask you that I usually ask every guy, it's for one fight, whether it's during your amateur pro career, if you could have any one guy in your corner, they could be dead or alive, who would you want to be? Or who would you want in your corner for that one fight?
Honestly, man, I wouldn't know how to answer that because the guys I got in my corner now is what I love and what I respect.
Nice.
I'm
You
also
know, it's crazy because
stand up for people's man.
that's good. It's great to hear that. That's how you know that you know you're getting what you need to get out of your camp. And you got a true family and that camaraderie around you. Um, you know, it's crazy how many yeah, your daughters in there showing that love.
It's like I'll be in your corner.
For real. No, but it's crazy how many times we've asked fighters on here and we get those responses. You know, and it shows how much love and respect is flowing through this community.
Right, right. And I wouldn't change nothing, man. Like I said, I wouldn't change nothing.
Yeah.
They
No.
know me, them. Just like I said, that last fight, when I was doing my thing, man. I asked Austin after the fight, I was like, "Hey, why weren't you saying nothing?" He's like, "Cause you were just doing everything already." He said there was no need for it.
It's like what advice do we have to give you? You're already executing everything flawlessly.
Hey, and that says a lot because Austin is loud.
Hmm.
Austin is loud. If he's not in the cage, he is loud. So
Yeah,
if he wasn't saying nothing, that means you really was taking care of business.
so I was real proud about
Man,
it.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Um, I can't wait to see you back in the ring or the octagon. Um, I
I can't.
always like coming out to the Bakers. fights. I like seeing your guys' camp. You guys are exciting. You guys always put on a show. You're hella respectful. Yeah, I love seeing you guys' camp. So I'm hoping you get in October, man. I'm hoping you do.
I'm guaranteed, watch. I will, man. I'm about to get hit this training session hard, man. And everything is going down, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you got Wayne over here saying the parlor got next.
Yeah, brothers, man. Shout out to him.
Man. So before we start getting up out of here, anybody you want to get a shout out to? Anybody you want to say anything? Any words you want to leave us with?
Man, as long as you believe in your dreams, man, you can conquer them, man. That's what I try to tell all these kids nowadays. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. If you believe in it and you believe you can do it, keep doing it because you will conquer it and you will achieve it. And shout out to the Little Foundation, Golden Boys, Bakers, G's Parlor, Forward in Life, and me.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
hey,
I
for
mean, hey,
real,
you
man.
gotta give yourself biggest praise too, because you're the one stepping in that cage, putting in all that work to use.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my kids
Definitely, man.
and
We
to the
love that,
pretty
man.
ladies.
You said the pretty ladies. For real,
Bring on
man.
the sugar mamas.
World, baby. World.
Hey. Hey.
Well, Greg, the Gangster Smith, man, we really appreciate you coming on today and sitting down with us, showing us some love for a minute, and we gonna definitely take this journey with you. I'm gonna be right there. We're gonna do as many of these pre-fights, and I can't wait to do the post-fight after the championship.
Hell yeah, baby. I can't either. It's gonna go down.
Definitely, man, definitely. But yeah, man, we're gonna definitely link up. Hopefully, we see you in October. And yeah, we'll go from there.
All right, brother. You guys have a good one, man.
Oh, yeah, you too, man. You take care.
You too,
Yep,
man.
God bless.
Peace.
Man, another good one. Another good one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dude, it's such a phenomenal experience getting to know all these fighters, even on such like the small level, the amateur level, because now we have the opportunity to see the whole new generation come to fruition.
Yeah, we get to watch him from the ground up and see it, and you know, like you said, when he does when the ship, we're gonna know about the story on the way up, and be able to talk through that with them as well. And it's
Mm.
always good to be able to have those type of connections as well. Like you talk about all the time, seeing the Marcus McGee, watching
Mm.
these guys out here coming up, and you know, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the state of Arizona MMA right now?
Dude, I think it's honestly gonna it's if it's not already, it's about to be the epicenter of MMA in its whole. Because I mean, if you really look across the states across the board, yes, we got all kinds of phenomenal fighters all across the states, but I mean, Arizona in particular, it's a whole nother breed. Like you have so many of these guys and these women fighters too that have such a heavy investment, and not only that, but there's such a heavy investment of the community as well. Like you see the crowd that came for Zarina, you see the crowd that came for Greg in the last fight, like everybody across the board.
Yeah, I mean, we already knew about Henry being in the UFC. We already knew about Justin Gaethje. He's from Sanford. You have Ryan Bader. Now we got Sean O'Malley. Then we got Marcus. We got
Mm.
Batista. And there's man, a handful of
Jared
guys that maybe
Cannonier.
Jared Cannonier. Um, and like I said, there's a handful of guys and gals that are just waiting and are clawing at the door. I mean, Abdul, another guy that
Hmm.
once they once he slides in, he's gonna rip through.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
and there's a lot of guys out here that I think are just waiting for an opportunity that break so they can get their next look as well. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like at times I wouldn't say I feel bad, but like I know I should put more investment time into like learning more about the roster in Bellator, One Championship, even more into UFC already as well. But it's like it's at the same time, like I tell you all the time, we get to have the opportunity to watch the rise of the next generation. And it seems more as a wholesome experience and builds such a genuine connection with this community by helping these guys get their stories out and watch them start from the bottom and get their way to the top.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. I mean, um, since we're already kind of in that category, so Sean knocked him out. A lot of people are screaming early stoppage. Let's start there.
Oh,
Absolutely fucking not.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
maybe like a couple seconds further, but that's literally about it. Like he
No,
wasn't intelligently defending himself. Like he didn't have a proper guard. It would have just been more and more damage.
I was asking why they didn't stop the fight before he turned over. When he turned over, it was absolutely you better stop it. You
I
know,
th- I
um,
think because of it's like if it's a championship fight, there's
that's
more
the
of
only
that.
reason.
Yeah, because the heavier investment to let the champion go out in their shield or let the challenger go out in their shield and have that chance to recover.
Yeah, no, that is the only reason he got as long as he did. Because when he got
Mhm.
dropped, the first two punches, I thought they were gonna stop
Oh, that was nasty. I saw Cleveland Brown in the crowd going, "Oh snap!"
him. For real. Like I honestly thought right then and there, I was like, man, he just
Yeah,
was almost a blackout moment. And then
yeah.
so he's enacting his clause. He's demanding a rematch.
Hmm.
And people were saying that doesn't deserve a rematch. Right? What
Nah,
do you feel
bullshit.
about
I
that?
say he deserves a rematch. Like even with like Stipe, the whole situation with like DC and Stipe Miocic, how DC went through a few extra fights before Stipe could go in. If regardless of the outcome of the first fight, the prior champion, I personally believe, should have the immediate right to get that rematch back. And like even if it's like a one-sided domination, because I mean every dog has his day. So I support Aljo getting the immediate rematch.
Now, I don't agree with the whole if he's dog walk. If he's dog walk, you gotta have to go prove yourself for one fight prior.
Yeah. Yeah, that I can actually relate to.
To me. Yeah. Now, but let's be real. Okay. A lot of people say, okay, well, he got away with one with Peter Yan. All right. Won the title. It's bullshit. Okay. We'll give you that. But he beat Peter Yan.
Hmm.
Split decision.
And Peter Yan is
Then,
not a scrub.
no, not at all. We'll get into him in a second. Then you get, then you get TJ Dillashaw, which people said I mean, he did have an arm injury or whatnot. So they're like, oh, well, you beat him with one arm.
Are
That's
you
not
saying
his
in
problem.
regards to fighting Sean O'Malley or Aljo?
No, TJ Dillashaw. When Aljo fought him.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So they were like, well, I mean, that's not Aljo's problem.
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
That's not
He
the
didn't know
fucking problem.
he didn't know about that throughout the entire fight, just like he didn't know about Sean O'Malley's like partial injury with the muscle strain under his ribs.
I mean, would it have been Aljo's issue if Sean was injured and lost the fight?
No,
No,
no.
not at all. So I don't want to hear about the TJ bullshit. Then we got Henry, and he dog walked Henry.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Henry's ass.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know. I think honestly, you kind of have to give him a rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, he earned it. First of all,
Oh
he
yeah.
defended the title 3 times.
Yeah, and he technically the first round was hardcore competitive, and Aljo just barely edged out winning the first round, and it was in the second round where it was just that one shot that landed that changed the whole course of the fight. So you never know how a rematch could turn out. Of course, we gotta stay loyal to our Arizona team, but still,
Loyalty aside, I know how it's gonna turn out.
how do you think it'll be?
Un- Unless Aljo fixes that bullshit ass lunging fucking takedown punch he throws,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna go the same fucking way.
Yeah.
I called
Yeah.
that shit. He's gonna do some fucking lunging punch that it looks like he's falling, but he's really going into a takedown. And I thought honestly that he would catch him with like a knee or something.
Yeah.
But I should have known. I should have fucking known.
Yeah, because that was one thing I noticed too. Like Henry Cejudo, he did a breakdown with Aljo and how he leaves himself exposed whenever he goes for that takedown or that overreaching punch. Because like Henry couldn't land it because he's shorter. Actually, no, I think it was our boy Josh Box T MMA. He actually did a video breaking it down on how when Aljo fights taller fighters, that's where that problem gets in. Because like when he fought I forget his name, Marlon, no, not Marlon, um the other, I'm gonna say just the other bald fighter that
Munoz?
knocked second.
Pedro Munoz?
No, it wasn't Pedro Munoz.
Oh, it was Marlon. I think you were talking about Marlon Moraes.
Yeah, Marlon Moraes. Yeah, he good example because he caught him with a knee as Aljo was going in for that takedown, and that's the same exposed issue he had every time. Henry even landed a couple of those knees, but because Henry is shorter, it didn't have as much power and effectiveness.
See, and that's the thing too. I mean, if you look at Aljo's career, so Marlon was 5'6". Uh, he lost to Rafael on Sunkau early on in his career. He was 5'6", and then he lost to Brian Caraway. He was 5'8", and then this fight that he just lost right now to Sean O'Malley, he's 5'11". So literally, if you if he doesn't have that size advantage, there's a possibility he's getting knocked the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because the holes in his game just it creates that problem.
Because typically he's long enough to where he is able to give up, you know, technique and still be able to grab them. And once he get, I will give him that. Once he fucking puts his arms around you, he has a fucking vice grip.
Mm-hmm. It's a wrap. He'll get you onto the ground and keep you there.
It's a wrap. But I don't think he's beating Sean.
Yeah.
I called
Yeah.
this
No.
like a year ago, 6 months
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, and you saw too there were some betting odds that came out with Sean and Marlon Vera. It showed Sean as the favorite, but then they also came out with some betting odds between Sean and Marab, and it showed Marab as the favorite. So what do you think about that?
They show who is a favorite.
With the matchup between Sean O'Malley and Marab, Aljo's training partner, it showed Marab as the favorite, mainly because the whole wrestling aspect. Like you saw, Marab dominated Peter Yan with wrestling. So, what's your take on that?
First of all, that motherfucker, he's not even gonna fight him. First of all, secondly, whoever fucking okayed that those odds are dumb as fuck. Like seriously, that's stupid. Um, I don't know why you would. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Mm,
So Aljo's a better wrestler than Marab.
mm-hmm.
So why the fuck would I give Marab's wrestling an edge over Sean O'Malley if fucking Aljo didn't even get to wrestle?
Yeah. Yeah,
It don't make
exactly.
no sense.
Yeah, that's what cracked me up about it.
Yeah. If he was favored, he was favored what? Fucking 100.
Yeah, it was like a 150 favor to Marab.
That's too much.
Yeah.
120 max, and then still
Yeah.
tripping.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know. I I don't know. I honestly think that division is gonna be sold up for a minute.
Mhm. Yeah,
Henry
exactly.
Henry has no chance. I love Henry, my dog. He ain't got no chance.
Yeah.
Not against Sean, bro.
Mhm. Especially
Yeah,
with Sean's reach over Henry too. Like, think about it. If you think of just basic body mechanics and how gravity works and how your body works, Henry having to punch up loses power. Sean O'Malley having to punch down gains power. So that's another big thing too. Like when he caught Aljo and took him out, Aljo was already short of the opponent, and then he was already a bit lowered. So Sean was able to just load up, pivot those hips with the full body torque, and then just unleash that power.
yeah. I don't want to see this fight. So you're telling me this dude, first of all, he fought Peter Yan in March. He fought Jose Aldo in August.
Talking about Marab?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
before that, it was Marlon Moraes back in September of 2021. And you telling me he deserves a title shot? No
Yeah, no.
fucking way.
Yeah, no.
No
Like
fucking way.
Morales, he was already out the door because like he's had multiple consecutive knockouts. And then I mean Jose Aldo too. Like I love Jose. He's an OG, but he was also on the way out. So it's like
Yeah.
you got to really pay
I think
attention
you
in
got to
regards to
put
that
him
aspect.
against. Yeah, let him fight Rob Font. Let him fight Song. Let him
Corey
fight Vera.
Sandhagen.
Yeah, I'd rather see Sandhagen fight Aljo.
Yeah, true, true. Drake, get that rematch fight.
Uh huh. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, I mean, honestly, the only fight here right now for Sugar would probably,
I honestly
I
think Cheeto.
mean, who?
Cheeto. Marlon Vera. Because I mean that's the
No,
only person that Sean technically has lost to, and he already called him out too.
I don't give a fuck if he called him out. You just beat Pedro Munoz right before you lost to Corey Sandhagen. So you either need to go beat Corey Sandhagen or yeah. And before that, you lost the whole day Aldo, but that was back in 2020 when it was supposed to happen. And
Yeah.
you lost the Song. So you haven't revenged Song. You haven't revenged Corey Sandhagen, and you're fucking
Mhm.
not.
Well,
Go whoop on one of them.
I know with Corey Sandhagen though, with his elbow injury, like we saw him at the UFL 3, he has that elbow injury. So I mean, how long is it going to be before he's fully rested and recovered to be able to step back in? And it's
Yeah,
dependent
it's
to whether
fine.
or not Sean wants to wait.
It ain't about Sean. We're talking about Vera. Let him
Well, I
fight
know.
Song then.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, let's go Cheeto versus Kung Fu Kid. They're 6 and 7. They're ranked 6 and 7 in the division. So let's go Cheeto versus fucking Kung Fu Kid. And then I don't know, man. Fuck it. Let him fight Murab.
Hmm? Yeah, I'd be down to
Let
see that.
Cheeto fight Murab.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. You know, too, I not to change tangent so quickly, but I really wanted your take on that whole beef that was going on between Neil Magny and Ian Gary because it seemed like it was
Uh,
way exaggerated.
yeah, blown out of proportion.
Hmm.
Um, I like them both. First of all, um, I
Oh,
mean, look, it is discipline something that we need in this world. Yes, obviously,
hmm,
physical discipline on a child. It's opinionated as long as you're not, going overboard or doing something excessive. A little bit of physical discipline is needed for some children.
Yeah.
Not my place to know what was about his. I mean, kid was kind of young, whatever. He didn't say anything crazy to me. I think that the line that he said was blown way the fuck out of proportion.
Mhm. Yeah, and I didn't really see it like, there's very few people in the comments, like, all the stuff I've been watching too, that even sided with Ian. Like, I like Ian a lot. He's a phenomenal fighter, but I think he took it too personal because, like, he talked about a little bit, like, a lot of the stuff he went through, but, I mean, look, as someone who also went through that stuff as well, even I don't see what Neil Magny said was blown out of proportion. It was very lighthearted, and it was more so just building up hype for the fight. I saw nothing truly wrong with what he said.
Are you talking about him saying that he spanked the kid or something?
Yeah, how he said that he would spank Ian like a father spanks a son or something like
Yeah.
that. Like,
I
it was
mean,
very light stuff.
yeah, bro. Look, at the end of the day, I think he was shooting for Kobe Covington.
Mhm.
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah.
Like even at in the press conference, I just think he was just overdoing it. Like you guys are about to fight in less than 24 hours, and you're like standing up acting stupid with like seven.
Mhm.
I think they were like the fourth ones to get talked to, or the fourth ones from the main event. So
Yeah.
between them, plus security and all that. So come on, shut the fuck up.
Mhm, and he wasn't allowing any reporter to talk to Neil Magny or anything, and then he actually got a shirt too where it basically showed a mugshot of Neil Magny as well, and then his comments afterwards, I don't know, it just again, I really like Ian, I think he's a phenomenal fighter, and he has a very bright future, but yeah, it was just it was blown out of proportion. I saw one comment actually where it said that Ian made a mountain out of a molehill.
What's his last name again?
Gary, Garry.
Ian Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he definitely was acting a little strange.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I wanted your
Again,
take
I
too. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I wanted your take too because during the fight there was a lot of comments and like even the ref like told him to stop and like Joe Rogan was commenting on it how Ian would hang his arm. He wouldn't grab the cage, but he would hang his arm over the cage and almost like use that to kind of like keep him pulled in against Neil Magny.
Yeah, no. So look, fighting's a dirty game. We're
Hmm.
trying to kill each other. Period. No other way to put it.
Yeah.
And that was a fight where I was expecting to see a little bit of dirty antics.
Yeah.
I mean, the way they built the fight up, I mean, there was some true hate there.
Hmm.
It there was a lot of stuff on that card people were talking shit about. I think a lot of the shit was blown out of proportion. I think that the ref should have probably took a point from him for doing it so much.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You're as good at how do you say it? You're only as good as what you get away with.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of get away with, did you see the massacre that Zhang Wali got away with? Like, it was a 280 punch difference between what her opponent did and what Zhang Wali did.
So what do you think? Who do you think won?
Between who?
You said Zhang won?
Yeah, her fight that she just did between Zhang Wali and I forget her opponent's name, but she was the one that ranked number 5.
Oh, you're saying that Zhang threw over 200 punches more.
Yeah, she had like
Yeah, that's
300, I think 300 plus strikes, and then her opponent, I don't think her opponent even had 20. Like
I mean, Limos was she tried.
Yeah. She
I
had
mean,
success when she did land, but and then that Darce choke she almost got.
No, and that's what she had. That was like her only opportunity is to catch her
Mhm.
with some grappling and submit her. I really think first of all, Zhang is bad, bro. She's fucking bad, and
Mhm.
it's gonna be hard for anyone to freaking really beat her. Um,
Mhm.
like I don't know, it's really gonna be hard.
Yeah, I'd love to see that trilogy fight between her and Yunez.
Um, I would too. Um, but I think it's a little bit late for Amanda Nunez.
Yeah, because she has. I've been wondering where she's been because she's been out for a while, ever since she lost to Carla Espinosa.
Yeah, I think she's retiring.
Yeah, I mean, she's already done so much for the sport. So, I mean, no matter what, she'd still be walking away on a high, having accomplished a lot, especially being was it 2, 3 time a champion in her division?
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, who's left? She whooped Rose twice.
Who did?
Zhang.
No, Rose beat her twice.
Oh yeah,
Jing
she
hasn't
lost to
beat.
Rose twice. You're right.
Yeah,
My bad. So yeah,
yeah.
that's the fight right there.
That's why I would want to see the trilogy, but again, yeah, with Rose being out for so long, I don't know. I definitely would like to see a rematch though between her and Carla though.
I mean, Rose has been out. Yeah, it's over a year.
Hmm.
No, she. Oh, she's scheduled for September.
Oh no shit.
Yep, September 2nd.
Who's she
She
fighting?
fights Man Inferior.
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. Well, then we were wrong about the retirement.
No,
Then
I
yeah,
thought you said Nunez.
Nunez.
I thought you said Amanda Nunez.
Oh no, no, I was talking about Rose.
Oh,
Got
I
that
thought you
Rose.
said Amanda Nunez at first. I was like, no, she's been
That's
gone
it.
for a while. I thought she retired.
Yeah, yeah. Amanda retired, and plus I think she was like 2, 3 weight classes above Jong in Rose's division.
Well, that's another thing. So I know that there's been talk about her moving up.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what else? I mean, yeah, what else all is there really left in her division right now? Other than the opportunity for her to finally get that redemption match against Rose in a trilogy fight, maybe a rematch with Carla as well, but I don't know.
I mean, honestly, bro, to me at this point in her career, she has to start looking towards being the best ever. In order to be the
Mm,
best ever, you got to be double division champ,
mm-hmm.
and you definitely got to be double division champ. Because Amanda killed that.
Yeah. Although I won't lie, I definitely I don't know with her size moving up a weight class. I don't know how l- I don't know how well she would fare if that makes sense because it's like if you're that much if you're pretty small in that stature and you move up to heavier weight class where you got a lot more bigger people than you, that's it's like trying to see like remember when Demetrius Johnson fought Dominic Cruz?
Yeah,
That'd
but
be like my thing.
to me, it's like she whoops every opponent so bad, except Rose. Rose was like the only one,
That's her kryptonite.
and but she beats like Lemos right last night. She beat the shit out of her.
hmm She saw sweet baby Jesus.
She beat the shit out of her, and it was bad. It was bad. It looked like they were in the wrong weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I really think Zhang with her aggression I really think that she will go up into what was that be flyweight? I think that would be the flyweight division, and she would wreck shop up there.
Hmm.
So you got Valentina Shevchenko.
Now, I don't know. I think Valentina Shevchenko would be too much for Zhang. I mean, I give Zhang all the praise, but Valentina, she is a beast.
Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. I don't know, bro. And then Blanchfield, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I, I think Zhang puts the balls on him.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Valentina, she's an animal.
She is, but so is Zhang. And I think she hits harder. And that's going to be what's, I think that's going to be what happens. I think that's going to be where the fight's won. If Zhang moves up and gets stronger, there's a problem.
Yeah. But I mean, if you look at Valentina, she's taller and with a much longer reach. She has phenomenal kicks too. I mean, like you saw in that first finish with Rose and Zhang, it was a kick that took her out. Valentina with their reach, it's also a question if Zhang can be able to get in that reach and be able to get her to the ground.
Yeah. If they fight close quarters, it's going to Zhang.
Hmm.
If they're able to keep the distance, Shevchenko can probably hold her off.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly think she would probably be her only issue. I don't think Alexa Grasso. I mean, I like Alexa Grasso; she's good, but mean, as we say this, she just beat Valentina with that rear naked
Yeah.
choke. But I don't know. I don't know, man. That'll be a
Yeah.
good fight, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. That definitely would be. And then also, I'm gonna give a little shout out to one of the guys that interviewed Dre Terry, who's going to be fighting Muay Thai this weekend. One of his people had shared our interview, saying, "Check out our Dre baby in his interview, the one and only."
Nice, nice.
Yeah. See, I love the community. I love the community with everybody. Like with Greg Smith too, for example. Like we're still getting his people that's commenting and watching a little bit, and it's just it's so phenomenal to see the community orientated around it. And then like I mean, there's gonna be a day where we see Greg Smith, see Austin Worms, Enrique Brasinas, even Zarina, Alim, Luai. Like the list goes on and on, where we see them in that big leagues, and then we're having these same conversations about them.
Yeah. Um, it's really dope, man. The growth from when I started covering it to where it's at today is amazing. Um, and it just keeps growing. And like we talk about, uh, you know, show after show, because it seems like every show we got a new guy stepping into a new um, story, a new leg in his story, whether it's
Hmm.
UFC or a Bellator or whatnot. So it's really dope to see. Now we got UFL out here doing their thing. We got some of um, our local guys and gals in that circuit killing it, trying to wrap up some titles. And like we were talking about, I think it was great that mentioned it, but a lot of guys are coming out here to train.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of
You
guys from
know,
out of state.
so I'm loving it, man. I'm really loving it. I'm loving the growth we're seeing. I'm loving them bringing these belts back or bringing them home. Well, yeah, Deshaun did bring it back because Henry had it for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. And bro, we're gonna have to stop by the MMA lab, get talk with them and whatnot, get some picture with Sean. I know we still got to go over there and talk to Jared too. We got to talk to Marcus, all them.
Yeah, definitely. Might be time to get Marcus back on. Um,
Hmm.
talk about all the success he's had.
Yeah. Yeah, see when he's next
seeing
going to
him.
be in UFC.
Yeah, he just got done whooping some ass, man. That's the crazy shit about Marcus too, man. He's a ninja. We talked about it. I knew that journey fight. I knew he wasn't gonna let him stand up because he
Yeah.
didn't get enough time to look at any film or anything like that. So I knew he wasn't gonna let him stand up.
Mm-hmm.
So get the choke out, and then this next one, he looks so fluent. He looks so relaxed on his feet, so light on his feet, and he went in there and did his thing
Mm-hmm.
on this last one. Man, he looked. I told you what 30 seconds into a fight off a missed back kick. I said, "Oh yeah, this is a knockout."
Yep.
So it's really dope to see, man. Really dope to see. But we got PFA this weekend. New promotion, Muay Thai. Um, we doing the pre-fight interviews Friday. Um, Rough Nation, Rough 55, stacked,
Dude, you got Luai and Aleem fighting on that card.
stacked,
Paul Margitas versus
stacked
Isaac
card.
Zatarain. Like, bro.
I was looking over the lineup again today. I'm like, God damn,
Mm-hmm.
motherfucking bunch of stars collide.
Yeah, for real, bro.
But it's gonna be another beastly show. If you guys have not been to a rough card yet, this might be the one. This might be the one.
Mm-hmm. For
So
real.
definitely make your way out there if you can. But yeah, man. OG boxing coming up. September 9th.
Yeah, they'll be September 9th. And then we got one of their fighters too, Adam Lopez. He's gonna be the next guy we'll have on next Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk a little bit of boxing ahead of OG's boxing. Great guys down there. If you haven't been out to one of their events, they hold them at the Glendale Civic Center.
Mm-hmm.
Great turnout, great crowd. Fidel's a great dude. He's holding it down over there. Um, he sets up a lot of great fights. You're gonna see some really, really, really good boxing at OG Boxing September 9th. And join us
Yeah.
next week, like we were saying. Adam Lopez will be in the building. Another really good boxer. Sit
Yeah.
down and talk with him. Yeah, man. Before we get out of here, anything you want to say?
As always, it's a privilege, man. You know, this is year and a half, like just last month, or no, it's just this month that marked a year since we started working together and do all this stuff, right?
Yeah. I think we pretty much linked up May or June talking about it, and then August we started doing shows.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just hands down, time and time again. It's a privilege for us to have these opportunities to be able to hear these stories and watch the progression of all these fighters, and then just the love and respect that we receive from everyone in the community is just, it's one of a kind, hands down.
Yeah. No, it really is, man. And we say it all the time, man. We're here for the fighters. Um, we obviously there's a few promotions where it's like,
Oh, you
you know,
froze.
we obviously want to help. Oh, am I still frozen?
No, you're good now.
Oh, I was gonna start singing. But but no, I was saying, we're here for the fighters to help do what we can to help them grow in the community and help them their stories be heard. And obviously, there's promotions out there where it's like family, and we want to do our best to help them grow and do our part in that as well. But you really want to make sure these fighters, and these guys that are putting in all the work, sweat, and the tears that a lot of people don't get to see before they see them in the octagon gets gets heard.
hmm Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's phenomenal time and time again. And I'm excited for literally every single event that comes through and every single interview we get to do. I'm excited for it all, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Definitely agree. Couldn't agree more, man. Couldn't agree more. It sucks that now we're getting around so much that now we're starting to have double bookings. Sucks.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. Because then we can't enjoy every single event. But it's not like it won't be the last one. We still got plenty of opportunity.
what was that movie called? Multiplicity?
I don't know. I've never even heard of a movie called that.
Oh, Josh, showing your age now, Josh.
Hey,
You ain't never seen Multiplicity?
Multiplicity? No, sir, I have. I actually,
What's the dude's name?
bro, I actually haven't watched TV in probably like 10 years, bro. Not even kidding. Like, I stopped watching TV a long time ago.
You know what, Josh? I'm gonna need you to turn your TV on.
Well, problem is, I don't got cable.
I don't even know the last time I had cable. I'll be watching the movies though.
I'll
Hit
watch
me up
movies every so
with the
often.
links.
Yeah, I'll go on the line and watch the movies.
For sure, man. Well, yeah, we shall see you guys this weekend. You know, add us on Instagram, Throwing Hands 23. Keep you guys up to date with everything going on combat sports wise here in Arizona. We are your central source for everything combat sports. We'll make sure you know what's going on. We'll make sure you know who's the hottest and who to watch. You know,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
again, shout out to our guys this weekend over at Rough Nation. They'll be putting on Rough 55. A lot of talent in the building, guys. The stars will be out. Shout out to PFA. PFA 1. We'll see some titles handed over, champions named. You know, another really good promotion. You're going to see a lot of talent over there as well. So, yeah, definitely, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But, yeah, until next time, I'm Jay.
And I'm Josh.
This is Throwing Hands.
Peace.
Yeah, check this out, man. It's your boy Young Dro. I'm in the building with A-South Sports, man. If you ain't here, you ain't nowhere, man. As soon as possible, get here. You dig?
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays.
Rebel soul child got a fist ball, I'm a respawn of ancestors, and I'm blessed, They are not him, tell him fess up, I get checked up, hella carefree, nothing scares me, hella reckless, yeah, I got next up, right, no we not the same, cause see when I look in your iris, you likely to talk but not ready to ride, you do better keeping it quiet, my pen is ignited, my soul is enlightened, I like who I am but I'm biased, the palette is right, and my drip is a fountain, I'm not like these regular guys.